r/AskReddit, Redditors, what's your hack to fall asleep quickly? I do this almost every night, never gets old and always works. This one. This is the one. Routine. If you can maintain the same schedule, do it. I take melatonin and magnesium 30 minutes before my target bedtime, and go to bed the same time every night +/10 minutes. I regularly fall asleep so fast I don't remember laying down. What about the melatonin dreams? I have tried using melatonin on more restless nights and my brain just gets barraged by super vivid imagery and enthralling adventures through dreamland. Makes me feel almost like I didn't get more than a couple hours of sleep. Have a really bad sleep the night before. Yes, that works. Anemia. Right. I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime. Not me eating ice while I read this. Open YouTube or podcasts, listen to some educational stuff where the host has a dull voice. I like astronomy stuff, but often when I'm already somewhat tired I can easily fall asleep watching it. Where can I sign up for this version of anemia? Mine just gives me a weird cough, throat tickle thing and constant chills. Preach. I read that as an enema, so my bad, haha. Masturbation. Wakes me up more. 4-7-8 method, 4 seconds breathing in, hold for 7 seconds and breath out for 8. Repeat until you fall asleep. 4-4-4 works very well for me. 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale. I do this anytime I need to relax. It's difficult to time it, so really I just breathe slowly and deliberately. It's kinda crazy because I can literally feel the exact moment when I'm like, oh, this feels nice, I think I'm about to fall asleep. I close my eyes. Seriously, I'm on so many meds with drowsiness side effects that I conk out super easily. I close my eyes and can fall asleep within about 2 minutes. No meds to speak of. My wife gets annoyed as we'll be mid-convo and boom, I'm gone. I remember my AP physics teacher telling us that his wife tells him to talk about physics when she can't sleep. I'm autistic and I use my imagination to help me sleep. I'm 40 with 3 kids and I still imagine myself flying a plane or battling aliens. This also helps with my panic attacks. I've had enough that I can sense they're coming. For done reason it helps my mind from getting stuck in the panic attacks whirlpool. I do this too, not autistic. I'll just imagine different storylines that are entirely in fiction. It's like telling myself a bedtime story. Removed. 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 A guy teaching you trigonometry. I've got chronic insomnia, so I have a few things that work for me. Melatonin is my go-to. Chamomile tea is great for those cold nights. Benadryl is the same thing as the common OTC sleep medication. The boat technique. A military buddy told me about it when he was stationed in Mali. Imagine yourself in a small boat, on a stream running through a forest with the canopy above you and the sun shining through, or drifting on a lake under a starry sky. Let yourself drift. Another thing to do just beforehand that helps you relax is to contract each muscle for a few seconds and then release it. Start with your toes and work your way up to your face. It's very calming. They think habitual use of Benadryl can cause serious problems. It scared me when I read about it. I've been using it to sleep for years. I can see lots of Redditors suffer from insomnia. Melatonin. Makes me fall asleep quick, but I always have weird dreams and wake up earlier than I need to. Personally, melatonin gives me a massive headache and grogginess. If you're like me, valerian root does the trick without the hangover the morning after. Trazodone. Suck all the thoughts out of your head with an imaginary vacuum. You have to make the motion of holding the hose up to your ear, then to prevent any thoughts from getting back in, place an imaginary cork in your ear. Came up with his as a kid and am still using it decades later. I fall asleep with Family Guy on in the background. It's strangely comforting, lol. Futurama does it for me. My show is King of the Hill. I've also used Steven Universe in the past. The key is something light and familiar. Let yourself drift. What car am I in? No, N. Me too. The repetitive loop of Adult Swim shows is great for background noise. Except when the sister on Bob's Burgers is on, can't stand her voice. Same. I usually watch seasons 1 through 3, maybe season 4, and then start over. Plays every night. Though I have switched my to Seinfeld a few times. Melatonin, magnesium, cold room, quick orgasm. We have something in common. I take melatonin. WW2 Sleep Method. Relax your body. Deep breath, stomach moves, chest doesn't move. Inhale while counting to 4. Hold for 4. Exhale counting to 4. Repeat 7 to 10 times. 8.orgasm. Close my eyes. And put away my hearing aid helps, laughing face. Me too. Being deaf/hard of hearing isn't all that bad except when you find out you slept through a tornado siren. Sarah Cal. Bob Ross, joy of painting. Yeah, that shit used to knock me out like nothing else. I'd also wake up feeling like a zombie. I started listening to the podcast, nothing much happens. Her voice is perfect for just slowly fading to sleep. It also puts you in a nice and calm mind space. I literally cannot tell you one story I've heard except I think a recent one involved cats. It's a story about a favorite hobby, rediscovered in the quiet of winter. It's also about a simmering pot in the kitchen, geese gathering before they fly and making something by hand that is perfectly imperfect. Cry. Literally, after a good cry I feel so tired I can sleep around 12 hours. Turn off electronics 1 hour before bed. ZQL. Usually has me out in about 30 minutes. This has done wonders for getting me into a good routine. I've always been a night owl. Taking a ZQL every night for 2 to 3 weeks at the same time broke me of that habit. It helps that I exercised with the extra time in the morning. That's the same ingredient as Benadryl. A liter of scotch. And eventually, you'll never wake up again. I tried this multiple times but apparently I get too invested in the paintings and end up depriving myself of sleep so I can see the finished product. A 12-pack does it for me, but yet. Hot shower before bed. 20 minutes of sun in the morning and keeping a regular bedtime and wake up time. These alone probably do the most to bring on sleep in 10 to 20 minutes, quicker than that indicates deprivation, as they regulate circadian rhythm. I also have a bedtime routine that involves making tea and reading, which goes a little way to minimizing screen time before bed, though not the full hour recommended. Ugh, the sun hasn't been out in weeks here. Alphabet game. I pick a category, maybe food. Then I think apple. Apple banana. Apple banana carrot. Etc. I convince myself there's nothing left worth staying awake for. Hitting a hay fast? For me, it's all about a no-stress bedtime vibe. I lower the lights, grab a book or put on some mellow tunes and just breathe deep for a bit. Super basic, but it gets my brain in the okay, let's sleep mode every time. Put a very boring podcast on quietly. The I Can't Sleep podcast is my go-to. Dude reads the Wikipedia entry for typewriters, oatmeal, and other completely boring topics. ASMR videos. Alright, now let's have some fun here. I take the Sleep Plus gummies from Hemponics. It's THC, CBD, CBN, valerian root, and passion flower. Knocks me out cold. Count backwards from 100, taking a deep breath in and out between numbers. With eyes closed. My son loves falling asleep to Bob Ross. He finds his voice so soothing. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out?